JD, 5-1 win here at Bamber Bridge. Excellent performance, couldn't have asked for more. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, really happy. Obviously, goals were good. First half, pretty much all about the first half. The sending off made it really difficult for them, but I think we were pretty much in control at that point anyway. So then, for them to have a sending off and to give away a penalty was double hard for them really, but just that's how it is. And then from that point on, it's about making sure we don't give anything daft away and go to 3-2, and then seeing if we can create a few more chances and get a few more goals, which we did really well. And I think we probably could have had 7 or 8 if we'd have just been a bit on another day maybe.
I've had various conversations with Michael over the last few weeks about trying to click it in the final third, and it absolutely did tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you play against a team with 10 men, they don't just take a defender out and you play against a back three. They'll always drop one in there, so you still have to break down at least a back four and probably another back four as well. So you still got to create chances, you still got to make things work. Yeah, you might have more of the ball, but it's what you do with it, and we showed that was the case against Chester, when Chester were really hard to break down because they're that good. But I think we were excellent tonight, and you can see with the difference that Josh has made to our attacking options in our front line. I think both our other strikers, in Michael Sweet and Michael Fowler, are both benefiting from that.
Yep, and just talking about Josh Scott, unbelievable performance from him. But also I'd like to pick out Mikey Roberts, a rare start from him, and he was instrumental in that first goal. And then, yeah, I thought he played well.
Yeah, he did really, really well. I think the full front 5 or 6 or whatever it was that eventually played in those positions all contributed to that game. Mikey equally, and Mikey does really well at getting past defenders and making them foul him, which leads to the penalty and leads to the sending off. And he's done that. He did that against Chester. He's done that many times where he gets his body in the right place, and he's really hard to play against when he does that. And he massively contributed to the win, along with 2 goals from Michael Sweet on the right, which is not his favoured position, but I think he linking well with Josh. And then Fowler's coming on the left, and he's got himself a goal. Probably should have scored another one as well. So they're all contributing.
Yep, and going forward, got a home game against Mikulov. A few home games now, good chance to get some points on the board to keep this run going.
Yeah, well, we're in a good position at the minute. We've added an extra dimension to our play, which has given us more attacking options, but more attacking threat as well. Kev is a couple of weeks away now, so he should return in amongst that 6-game home spell that we've got. So it'll be really good to get him back into that as well. So we're looking forward to it, but this is the point of the season now where you've got to keep on building on that and keep your standards high, and hopefully we'll get good crowds in those games where we can entertain and continue scoring freely. Yeah,
it's just so good that the cup form has been carried on into the league, because I feel like we're in a bit of a crossroads in the league, because, you know, if we keep on winning games, we push towards the playoffs. If you lose a few, looking over your shoulder. So we're in an interesting place, and we're in an exciting place now in terms of our league position.
Yeah, definitely. And that's if you're successful in the cups, the cup games keep coming. If you're then winning cup games and losing league games, it feels a bit uncomfortable, I would say. But we've started to now win a couple of league games as well. And what you're saying there, the league table looks so tight at this standard, at this level, where we've said, probably we've had the conversation 5 or 6 times now between the coaching staff, is that I think anybody between probably from 5th down to 15th or even further could be 3, 4, 5 points away from each other. So if you do get a couple of wins back to back in there, you know that there's going to be teams around you that are probably going to drop points somewhere. So there is the chance to go flying up the league if you put a little run together.
And finally, I just want to touch on the youngsters that came on this evening, particularly Jack Spears. That was an excellent ball to Josh Scott for that 5th goal.
Yeah, took it really well. Nice little bit of care in his pass, perfect weight, and then Josh really calm. His pace gets him in the right place. The ball's perfect. He comes back onto his left foot and just finishes it calmly. Then you've got Tom Birtles, who again similar, looks really calm on the ball. Got so much energy. He's in the right place at the right time. Didn't look out of place at all. And Jacob Johnson, who is similar in the fact that he just chases everything. He's very careful with his passing. 3 of them on the pitch, and you've got Michael Fowler's 22-year-old, you've got Josh Scott, 22-year-old, right across that front there. In the midfield, there's loads of young options in there, so it's good for the future as well.